Hello and welcome back to Haven and Hearth. So, we have had a bit of a time. I have actually made more of the drying racks in order to speed the process up. And as you see, I still have some of these wild windsown weeds on me. But we have had success. We have got 5 seeds of flax. Da 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 da! We discovered them. Which brings me to the next point. Even though we have some flax fibers here in this little stockpile, we didn't technically discover them when we picked them up because they were not stuff that had been grown. They were stuff from a stockpile. I, I don't think I can do this way, but I'm going to give this a shot. If I drop it on the ground, because they drop on the ground when they are harvested. If I pick it up off the ground, no. All right. I didn't think so. There's probably some sort of metadata in it that says, hey, this was just harvested and hasn't been picked up yet. That'd be my guess. Let's take a quick look at what else we have available, because we're not going to just plant the one seed. Poppy, and they're both the same, so we can stack those. Barley, maybe. We're going to want barley or wheat or millet or, something. What about you? We've got some barley. Slightly different quality, but I'm not as concerned about that at the start. Let's see, pumpkin. What was over here? Onion. All right, we're going to definitely plant that onion. Having some onions around will be important. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, as you'll notice, there is a dead bear and a dead moose in the house. That is because whoever our friendly neighborhood donator is dropped those in the field. I moved them into the house so that they would be out of the way. It's gotta say the bear startled the crap out of me, because if you see down in the little corner here, you can kind of see that on the map, a bear that is dead shows up exactly the same as a bear that is alive. So I stepped out of the cave, saw a bear that close on the mini map, and went back inside, came back later, saw it still in the same spot, and went, wait a minute. So that is that particular thing. But let's take a quick look here through our other seeds. I am going to actually go ahead and basically quote unquote ruin some of these seeds, just so we get larger quantities at once. Poppies. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, see, now these are now quality 10.2 instead of the 11 they were, but there's 25 of them now. So that will even itself out as we farm, so I'm not too concerned about it. Lettuce? Yeah, let's grab a little bit of lettuce. Not worried about the pumpkins at the moment. Not worried about turnips at the moment. There's more lettuce, and they're the same, so might as well stack them. No reason not to. What about you? Is there anything else of interest here? Turnips, pipeweed, and pumpkin. I'm not seeing anything else. Ooh, grab that so I can throw that in my study. I don't think our mysterious benefactor gave us anything growable. We'll take care of those carcasses in a little bit. That's just bats and stuff. Do I have anything here? Yeah, I have a couple of low quality onions. Now, I can't stack those with this one, so I think those are just going to get used as onions, because I can't stack and even out the qualities. Now, the way quality growth works on crops, let's pull up this. Oh, I did not yet stack these guys. There we go. You are now 9.3. I only had the one thing of carrots, really? The way quality ends up working on crops. So, for starters, you can't go above your farming. if you are going up. Alright, so like I have a 13 farming now that I bought that last point. All of these crops are below quality 13, so there is a chance for all of these to grow. If I had, say, a quality 50 crop, it might stay a quality 50 crop. In fact, there's a very good chance it would stay a quality 50 crop. Or it might slowly decrease, like by 1 or 2 points. That's because when I plant a crop, it has a chance to go up or down. There is it is something along the lines of like my memory might be a little fuzzy on it, but I think it is something along the lines of it can increase anywhere from 1 point to 5 points, or it might decrease by 1 or 2 points. And the only time it'll stay the same is if it is higher than your farming, and that's basically if it got a positive result. And I think they're not particularly weighted, so it's literally odds are good you're gonna go up. So this is, however, done at the time it is planted. So everything I plant within, a very short period of time here will all get the same bonus or, basically plus or minus attached to it. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways to plant the crop. We're going to start with our flax. Our flax is kind of important. Let's move just a little bit this way so I can see the field a little bit better. All right, let's zoom in. So the first way to plant the crop is I'm planting one crop. I do the crop, pick it up, I right click. Look at that. And hey, I actually finished the beginning of farming thing. I don't have the points to get another point of farming, otherwise I would. So our little field here is actually a little bit bigger than I originally planned. Let me show you. It is 6 by 5, not 5 by 5. I figured I might as well go ahead and do that because I had the extra one, and I like the 5 long. So because that is the correct number of seeds for half a stack. So this 25 here, which we'll get to in a moment. And it basically just kind of allows, if I wanted to do full stacks, this would be 3 full stacks, rather than the 5 by 5 we were originally planning, which would have been 2.5 stacks, which is a little awkward. This little plot, though, is going to be good for increasing quality. However, it is not going to be good for mass production. Speaking of mass production, let's go ahead and do the second method. So I can shift right click on these poppies, and I'm going to say plant that row. And as you can see, he only makes 3 throws because he's actually planting a little bit of an area every time. So that is that particular thing. Now I'm going to come all the way down to the edge here, and we're going to go and plant some barley. We have enough for 3 because they take 5 seeds apiece. There we go. There's 10 here, so that's enough for 2. So I'll just finish that row out with these lettuce seeds. And then we've got enough for a carrot and an onion. And there we go. That is our initial planting. All nice and taken care of. So it is going to be days, multiple days, before these crops are ready to harvest. And there are different levels for each crop. Let me go ahead and clear out some of this stuff. Let me put these in. Just kind of clean and sort this stuff a little bit while we are here. There we go. So this is all pumpkin and grapes. We have no real use for grapes at the moment. We will in the future, but not right now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just sort of even out some of these seeds as we go. I might as well go ahead and grab these other types of seeds and just kind of condense them down. Now, this is only really useful to do before your initial planting. You don't really want to be doing this all the time because you're effectively lowering the quality of your crops, but doing it before you start gets you more crops, to plant initially. And the difference on such small quantities being combined isn't much. So, it's not enough. Because it'll always truncate to a whole number when you harvest. So, alright, so we have this moose and we have this bear. Let's go ahead and deal with this. I have the, yeah, I have the big, the 41. So, how does my survival look? I don't have enough to raise it any further. It's 15. So my skill is going to soft cap, but the tool will hard cap. So let's see how this ends up. I don't know what level this bear is going to be regardless. Alright, so we got a 28 out of it. Alright, so we got the skin off the bears. Let's just go ahead and get these drying. They each are going to take a full frame. And clean. Important to do the cleaning on this. And you want to do these things in this order because you'll ruin the previous steps if you do them out of order. Because you want these intestines. These are useful in a lot of things, and you really only get them from larger animals, like foxes and up. You're getting a lot from the bear. Now, these things can be stockpiled, but they show up as this trash. So, if I don't have to, I'm not going to. Oh, we have beetroot. I could have done some beetroot stuff. Let's kind of manage this a bit just so I can. I'm going to dump these guys in here. And yeah, you know what? We're going to do it with the entrails too. Why not? Alright, and now butcher. There we go. We've got some bear meat. So this is almost certainly higher than a 28 quality bear. I am curious. Actually, let me hang on there a moment. Quality 108. And my poor skill is dragging it all the way down to 28. That's a heck of a thing. Now, mind you, the tool is dragging it down to 41, and then my poor skill is dragging it down the rest of the way. So, there's a lot of bear meat here. Oh, I dropped the meat. Pick up the meat. No, I can't. Alright. Put some of the meat away. Pick up the meat. Come on, get around the moose. No, I want the other one. There we go. Meat. You can see how quickly it is becoming an issue. Wow, okay. So, not only did we get a bunch of bones from that, we got bear tooth, which is both a gilding and a curiosity. But I think it is also, yeah, see, we unlock something in crafting here. Extras and accessories. Bear tooth talisman, which will give strength and charisma. And bee string, which is strength and agility. How many? You require 3 of those, but could be anything. You just require 1 of them. Actually, I have enough for both. All right, we're going to hold off on it at the moment, so we're just going to store these. Specifically these bear tooth. Come on, get around the moose. And open the... There we go. Alright, so we're going to store those. And these 28 quality bones are pretty good, but not exactly the greatest. So I think one of these piles I have out here... No? Alright, so I'm going to make a pile here of these 28 quality bones, because we're going to need them later, because there's a point that we are going to need some, bones where quantity is important and quality not so much. Now, I'm going to leave the moose for now, I think. Let's check the quality on it. 90. I think I'm going to wait on that until my survival is a little bit higher. I'm planning on bringing it up to 20. So the plan is to bring survival, farming, and exploration up to 20, preferably in the actual base stat on each of them, before moving on to some of the other things. Farming will probably jump up higher after that. I still need to bring my lore up to 10. So many things to do. Oh, look at that. Getting all of those things learned has given me enough to get another point in farming. Now, that won't matter yet because it checks when you plant, not when you harvest. So, at most, these things will come out of the ground at 13. But that is, like I said, gonna take several days. So what I think I'll do is I will go ahead and cut here, and we will come back once I'm ready to harvest, barring something else major happening. I'm probably not going to do too much other than put in more curiosities and raise stats, but you never know when something else might happen. The major downside of a massive multiplayer online game. I will see you guys in a few days for me, in a few moments for you. Alright, I am back. It has been a couple of days, which means all of our nice little crops here have grown, or at least most of them. We're going to go ahead and we're going to harvest. You can just right-click harvest like that, and we end up with this on the ground. Let's go ahead and pull that up, and boop, do-do-do-do, just like that. There we go. We have now actually discovered the flax fibers. Now, I've got 14 seeds, which is only going to be enough for 2. But let's get those replanted so that we can grow them again. Unfortunately, I don't have any additional. But now that we have discovered our flax fibers, a bunch of stuff unlocks, including the herbalist table. That's the guy we want. So, let's go ahead. We're going to take this. We're going to actually stick this over here by these bones. And let's grab, let me put some of this stuff away first. Oh, by the by, we have had another visit. We now have a little chest full of some pretty high-end food. With a note. Have a taste of my cooking. Also, if you dislike just getting free stuff, feel free to leave me some crab meat. Okay. So, if we come across any crab, we'll go ahead and leave the crab meat. I understand completely why this is. That is because crabs tend to be low quality in the first place, so I'm not likely to ruin it much. And the act of gathering the crab meat tends to leave you with wounds. So having someone else do it for you is beneficial. Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna have to, move some of this stuff around and get rid of a couple of things. Ladybug. Oh, I want to move this thing, too. Let's go ahead and pick this up. And I'm gonna kind of come over here. We're gonna set it down, I think, right there. We're just gonna move that out of the way, because this is where I want to put the herbalist table. How much more time do I have on that? Not terribly long. As you can see, I've been bringing my farming up. So, one more point, and then I will switch over to bringing up another stat. As it stands, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get some fresh blocks from this log because I don't think. Well, let me check this real quick. I think these are all 10 around here. I don't think there was anything better than 10 sitting around because I don't think this stack out here is actually any better. You know, that's just 10 as well. That's fine. It's stuff I don't have to gather. I don't know what this log that is outside here is. It's probably going to be 10 as well, but let's go ahead and just grab a couple of blocks. Yeah, there we go. It's just a little bit of that. Let's go ahead and start the herbalist table. Unfortunately, the highest quality wood I'm going to be able to do with the wood blocks at least is the 10. Let's get this kind of sorted how I would like it. So first off, I want it to face that way because that's how I would like it. And let's put it kind of close to the door here. Can I bring you out to touch and do that? Or no, it's probably just me in the way. Hang on. Let's try that again. Control and the mouse wheel to rotate. Shift to get it to align in a specific spot. There we go. All right. As you can see, I need 4 blocks, 4 boards, 8 fibers. Now, the important thing to note here is that when you are building something like this, where the quality matters, my skill does not cap the item. Like normally you'd think, oh, this is going to, involve the carpentry skill. That's, my carpentry skill of 10 is going to bring it down. This is not the case. When you are building something in world like this, it is not the case. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put these 3 blocks in. I need 4. I'm only going to have space for 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. And as you recall, we got these nice little quality 53 boards. So I'm going to use these in here to drag that quality up. And I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I might be able to do this. Let's do that way. Yeah, alright. We're gonna grab 1 more of these, and I need 1 more block. There we go. And this should finish our herbalist table. So, I put in quality 32 flax fibers, or the flax fibers, because that's what we had found. Those 52 boards and 10 blocks. So let's see what we ended up with. Quality 32. Not too bad. So the 10 dragged it down, the 52 dragged it up, and the 32s basically is just where it ended up. So now, the stuff that we do on this is going to be affected by the quality of it, with a couple of exceptions, but the vast majority of the things we do on our little herbalist table here will be affected by the quality. The main part we're concerned with is for the trees. Unfortunately, we are still not ready to deal with trees. But let's see, are these poppies? Alright, so the other way of harvesting is you hold down Shift and right click, you get the little icon, and you just select the entire row. The one thing I've noticed is it doesn't like doing it for different types of crops. So if you have a row like this, you just kind of are stuck with the row. You are weight 1. I can put you directly in. Excellent. All right. And we've got some poppy seeds. Let's go ahead and just put our poppy seeds back. I don't think I quite... Yeah, I'm 1 short of being able to do a second row. Oh well. Unfortunate. Let's see. We have some carrots. Boop. We got carrots. Excellent. That is onion. Let's go ahead and replant some of these onions, because having these onions are going to be important. Now see, with the onions and carrots, you can replant the product, although carrots do have a seed stage. We're just going to do this for the moment. Put them all in one row. That's fine. We have... Our lettuce is not ready. This is, however. Now, was this barley or wheat? Because they look very similar. This was barley. All right, we have some quality 9 barley, but we've also now discovered straw. So there's going to be some stuff that we can make with straw. Let's go ahead and dump a few of those guys around. We should be able to do something similar with the little pile of flowers. Excellent. Now, here is a little trick. We're not going to replant our barley right away, because as you can see, we have terrible quality on our barley. It's quality 9. Now, the question is, do I have any additional barley seeds sitting around? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this now. Yes, I have actually some slightly better barley seeds. Let's go ahead and just combine them. Yep, I'm ruining that quality. That's fine. Did I have some in one of these? I think I might have. Nope. That's where I have a few additional flax seeds, but that's it. Because that's the ones I just shoved in there, I think. Okay. So I have 47. Ooh, that is a terrible number. I would prefer one more, but let's just check these boxes out here really quick. Make sure I didn't, go, I gotta shove this stuff somewhere and just shove it in a random box. Nope, okay. So, a little trick we have. We have this quality 32 herbalist table and some really crappy quality barley seeds. Now, this trick is only going to work on barley and wheat. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our herbalist table, toss these seeds in, and these will germinate. They will become germinated barley seeds, which will do 2 things. 1, it will make it so that you only need 4 of a seed in order to plant instead of 5. And 2, it will drag the quality of the seeds towards the quality of the table. So since our table is a higher quality than our seeds, the quality of the seeds will go up. The major downside is this takes about a full 24 hours to happen. So those are going to have to sit there for a while. But we got a whole bunch of food to eat. I've still got all of this bear meat and all this game meat and stuff to do. I also need, before next episode, to try and drag up my masonry skill. I need to get this up to at least 20, because next episode we're going to start in on clay, because the next major thing we need in order to accomplish our goal of growing higher quality trees is a tree planter pot. So we need a lot of clay to get to that point. And the higher quality clay we get, the better. But that is going to do it for this episode. In between here, I'm going to raise my stats by eating. I'm going to continue, researching various, curiosities so that I get more learning points to get them skills up. And when we come back next episode, we will be working on that clay and all the associated stuff that comes with that. We'll actually be able to do something with this big old pile of bones. Look at that big old pile of bones. We'll be able to do some useful stuff with that. But that's going to do it for this episode, like I said. So, until next time, have a good one.